all across America. There is a community of people who love to play the sport of darts. They play in bars, taverns, and fraternal clubs, in leagues where they compete to make it to the annual Tournament of Champions. Partners Promoting Darts, or the PPD, is the sanctioning body which hosts the nation's biggest tournament, with payouts far exceeding anything else in North America. At the T.O.C, nearly $1 million in prize money is available, and the players of the PPD are all trying to take it home. One sanctioning body, one tournament, nearly $1 million. Welcome to the world of soft-tip darts. Welcome to Darts Nation.
Hi, I'm Mary Ferguson. I'm from Portage, Indiana, and I play for the PPD. Cheers, love you guys. So I started playing darts in 1998. My first big tournament was down in Indy, and I walked in and was just dumbfounded. There was so many boards, there were so many people there. People came in from all over the country, people from Florida, people from California, everywhere. It was just huge, and I was in total awe. And from that moment on, I fell in love with darts. I started playing, tried to get better, worked at it, and at some point in time, I ended up doing pretty well. I got a lot better at it. Through a boyfriend, he wanted to do something. We decided to start playing darts. I lost him, kept darts. Nice darts, baby. I've met a lot of my closest friends, most of my closest friends through darts. It's been, for the last, 17 years, something like that. It's been a wonderful experience. It's been a great part of my life. It's been wonderful. Let's go. Sorry about that, Owen.
No, it's good.
So right now I'm playing pretty much 3 nights a week, but 4 leagues a week. And it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of darts. It's a lot of darts thrown. Mary in Hollywood! Woo! So the T.O.C is definitely the place to be. It's the only place where the money's at for dart players. The money available in their tournament in Kansas City, you don't see anywhere in the United States. I mean, one event was $50,000 for first place. You don't ever see that anywhere else. The finals, which is a blind draw, the women's finals, you have to make it to the finals. The winning team's $10,000 or it's $20,000. I mean, you don't have those prizes anywhere. I have played darts, like I said, since 1998, and I've played all over, and that money's just not there. The T.O.C is where the money's at to play. So it's the best tournament around. With $20,000, I can take my grandson Alex to Disney for his first time ever. What child doesn't want to see It's a Small World? Everybody should be tortured with that. You can't get any better unless you play. And my game has fallen off a lot this year. There's been a lot of struggles this year, a lot of things going on. So this year hasn't been the best year in darts for me. I'm hoping that I can somehow come out of it and be better and not let my partners down as much as I have in the past, and just working on trying to get a lot better at the game. Nice darts! Great darts, baby. Woohoo! We got a high five on that one. High five. 2016 has been an extremely rough year for all those that know me and that are my friends. And my son passed away, which is, there's no words for it. There's nothing that you can never get over. We've lost a lot of good dart players, a lot of good friends in 2016. It seems like 2016 has just been a rough year for a lot of people, for a lot of people. Cody Perry, who's a good friend from Indy, young, he's in his 20s, passed away this year, waiting for his kids to pick up from school. It's been an extremely difficult year. It's been hard to focus. It's been very hard to adjust to normal life when it's not normal anymore. So It's affected my darts. It's affected how I view things. It's affected pretty much my entire life. Will I come back from it? Things are always going to be different. Things are always going to change. Things are always going to be what they're going to be. I love the game. I love all the people I've met through the game. My best friends are through darts. I have 2 gorgeous grandchildren. Alex, who is 8 years old. He is a joy. He is wonderful. I love him to death. Lila, who is my son David, who passed away, his daughter. She was born in January. He passed away in December. So she's still a baby. She's still young, but she's getting her personality. She is adorable. She is gorgeous. I can't get enough of her. I have a hard time with going to see her, and I mean, her mother's wonderful. I mean, family-wise, we're good, but it just reminds me so much of how much he's missing. So it's a little rough still, but I'm sure, you know, I would say I have her whole entire life to get used to it, but it's a little brutal. It's very difficult. As much as this year has let me down, as much as this year has been hard to get through, you still can't give it up because you've met your best friends through the sport. Everybody still plays it, and that's where everybody's at. So you just hang it through and hope you make it through it.
Coming up on Darts Nation.
Instead of yelling obscene words, Schmuckers, for some reason, came along. Oh, Schmuckers! Right now, currently, we're going to shoot this tournament out of the office in Whiting, Indiana. Jason has been one of our biggest supporters throughout my whole dart career, actually. He started sponsoring our team for NDA in Vegas 10, 12 years ago, and has been one of our biggest supporters through darts. Great darts, baby! 2015 was my first T.O.C. tournament that I was eligible for. And it was a lot of fun. It was a great experience. Met a lot of people that I have not met before. The tournament is by far one of the best tournaments ever ran. They were on time. It was a great tournament to play in. In the finals, I was lucky enough to get Holly out of Indy. I've known Holly for a couple years. She's a great, great shot. And we teamed up, and we ended up taking second. I shot well throughout the day. In the finals, I was off, to say the least. Holly shot phenomenal.
And all Lisa Yee needs are 2 bulls to win the whole thing. First shot, strike one right down the middle. Second shot, there it is. We have our new 2015 PPD United States Women's Champions, and it is Julie Weaver and Lisa Yee.
I'm very happy with my shot most of the day. Last 9 games, that was a Holly. Holly shot phenomenal. She should win if she had a better partner. I sucked.
She shot fine.
So hopefully this year, I will be able to improve and come back and be in the finals again, hopefully win this thing. I said Schmuckers. I'm a bond trader by trade. I work in an industry where people swear a lot, people cuss a lot, people use a lot of, it's a very stressful area. So when I play darts, I try not to be that way. I try not to go into bad language. So instead of yelling obscene words, I tried coming up with something different. So Schmuckers, for some reason, came along. I have no clue where that came from. Oh, Schmuckers. Oh, Schmuckers. Oh, Schmuckers. But Schmuckers, I yell instead of profanity, just to try and keep it clean in case there's kids in the room, in case you don't want to give the wrong opinion of dart players. You don't want to have everybody think they're horrible people because look what they do. It's just, adrenaline gets the best of you, and you have to do something, and that's where it comes from. Schmuckers, I gotcha. Schmuckers. Schmuckers. Yeah, we all got our bad first round out. It's a game that you want to get everybody involved in. You would like to get your younger players involved in playing, so the game continues. So you always have people coming up, and it's a great sport. It's a great game, and I would love to be able to promote it more, and that's just the way I do it. But trying to behave doesn't always work that way. Yay! Woo! You know, everybody gets in a habit before they start throwing of how they're going to hold their darts, what they're going to do when they throw. Everybody gets into a routine. For some reason, I blow on my darts. I have no clue how that started. I don't know where it began. I know I lick my fingers, I wipe them off, blow my darts, and I throw. It's one of those routines that once you're in, you don't even think about it when you throw. It's just, and I have no clue where it started. I have a friend who wears glasses that adjusts his glasses every time before he throws. When he's not wearing his glasses, you still see him going to adjust his glasses. It's just, you get into a habit, and it's part of your stroke, and it becomes how you throw a dart. It's strange, but it's how it works. That one was uncalled for. I'll see all of you at the T.O.C.
Coming up on Darts Nation.
Gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Win $50,000. You can't ask for more than that.
Ooh, that'd be a bonus.
Kansas City is the home of the Tournament of Champions, and that's where Mary, along with almost 1,000 of the best dart players in the country, find themselves now vying for nearly $1 million in prize money. For Jim and Marla, it's an exciting time to see their dreams of a nationwide sanctioned tournament hosted by the PPD realized. But this time around, it's especially exciting because of a potential addition to the family.
So this is Marla, my wife. We've been married since 1981, coming up on 35 years. Our anniversary hits actually during the T.O.C. We've got one granddaughter, Riley, she's 3, and Riley's going to get a little sister in October, also expected to happen during the T.O.C. So we've got quite a bit going on all at the same time.
Mary's first big shot at winning large sums of money comes with the Gold MDI, a tournament which pairs the top 32 women's and men's players for a run at the title, plus $50,000 in winnings. A blind draw is held for the women and men to pick their partners, and Mary draws a solid teammate in Todd Drew from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Todd is known for his great darts play, but also has an accent that sounds an awful lot like some superfans from a popular Saturday Night Live sketch.
The super fans from Saturday Night Live, da Bulls,
Oh,
da Bears, Holy
Okay.
Sausage, Bratwurst, Ditka,
Ditka. Okay. All right. The Packers, yes.
da Packers.
Yes. The Packers.
Sweet. I'm excited. We're going to do well tomorrow.
Exactly. Gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Win $50,000. You can't ask for more than that.
Ooh, that'd be a bonus.
Since the Gold MDI is comprised of the upper crust of dart players in the country, no match will be easy, and there is little room for missed shots. Mary and Todd, however, start off really well, winning their first 3 matches, dropping only 2 games out of a possible 8.
All right, so far we're in the middle of the MDI. We're 3 matches in. We're getting ready now to go to race to 4. We get to play Trisha Pluff and
Randy Tulutska.
I can't say that name. So far, so good. We've been doing well.
Yeah, so far we've been actually shooting well as a team. Well, we have.
19's not so much on mine, but we've been having a fun time. It's been a fun tournament, so we're good to go.
In a race to see who can win 4 games first, Mary and Todd find out how narrow the margin is for error and drop the match to Randy and Trisha. With the tourney being triple elimination, they can fight back, but it will be uphill. In round 6, Mike Maloney and Carolyn Nessman are the opponents, And Mary and Todd start off poorly, dropping the first game of cricket in a race to 2 wins. With their backs against the wall, they fight back and win Game 2. In the third and final game, with the match on the line, Mike and Carolyn power through and hand Mary and Todd their second match loss. From here on out, it's one game of cricket. If you win, you move on. If you lose, you're done. Moving into the 19th round, Mary and Todd fight for their chance to keep advancing, winning against Kelly Papuza and the 2015 men's T.O.C. co-champion Rob Talbot.
So we're waiting to play. We're in the second loser bracket, and we're waiting to play the winner of Eric Gregory or Jason Barlow. Just waiting to see who we get next, and hopefully we can keep on battling into the finals, coming back after Trish and Brandy.
In round 20, facing yet another tough team in Eric Gregory and Rachel DeWald, Mary and Todd find a way to win. Round 21 is a rematch of their second match loss as they face Mike Maloney and Carolyn Nessman again, who also find themselves in the last chance bracket. In another tough match down to the wire, Mike and Carolyn eliminate Team Ferguson and Drew.
I couldn't hit the board. My partner shot great and I was horrible. That's all I got.
Nah, it
You
was
shot
a slow start, and you cannot give Mike that kind of a lead. It just happened that he turned her on at the end. Great shooting, bud.
You too. Great shooting.
Mary and Todd ultimately finish in 5th place and take home $200 as the team they lost their first match to, Randy Talochka and Tricia Romero, end up taking home the title and prize winnings of $50,000. After a tough day of competition and not finishing up the way she wanted, Mary and her friends are determined to still have a good time, so they head out for a night on the town. Meanwhile, Jim and Marla get the phone call they've been waiting for all week.
Okay, well, you might remember in episode 1 I mentioned we've got a new grandbaby on the way. Here we are almost at the end of day 2 of T.O.C. 2016, and we just got the call. The baby is coming, so we're headed to St. Louis to meet her. Come back as soon as we can.
Coming up on Darts Nation.
Welcome to day 5, finale day, the biggest day of the week. $200,000, actually closer to $300,000 in prize money going out today.
The final day of the T.O.C. has arrived, and Mary has one more chance at taking home big money with the women's finale, where $20,000 is up for grabs.
Welcome to day 5, finale day, the biggest day of the week. $200,000, actually closer to $300,000 in prize money going out today. This is the big day. 128 men in a finale, 128 women in their finale. Today is a great day. Everybody's winning money. Everybody's going home happy.
Just like in the Gold MDI, the top women's players draw a partner, and the two teammates go forward in the tournament for their chance at history. For the finale, Mary draws Catherine Haycock from New Hamburg, Ontario. Just as all tournaments do, the T.O.C. is growing to include competitors from different countries. Perhaps one day these players won't be competing for a national title, but rather an international one. While the players are getting ready to make their run through the tournament, Jim and Marla Turntine, the founders and owners of the PPD and T.O.C., have made their way back to Kansas City after the birth of their new granddaughter.
Hey, we're back. Quick trip back to St. Louis for our second granddaughter. Welcome to the world, Emily. Congratulations, Brian and Katie. And happy anniversary, Jim. I guess we'll get to celebrate that sometime.
Refreshed and ready for a chance to win this title, Mary and Catherine proved to be a strong team right from the start. In their first match, after dropping the first game in a race to 3, they breezed through the last 2 games of cricket for a win. In their next match, defeat doesn't even rear its head as Mary and Catherine KO their opponents in 2 straight games. Things seem to be moving along quite nicely. Next up for Mary and Catherine is Angie Wise and Karen Kay, and for the first time, Mary and Catherine taste defeat as Angie and Karen sweep them in a race to 2.
We won our first 2. We just took our first loss, so puts us in the losers bracket. But we're going to come back, hopefully make it all the way to the finals and win ourselves some big money.
The first match loss is often the toughest to overcome. as it sends teams into a tailspin. Even though the tournament is triple elimination, it can be extremely difficult to get the bitter taste of defeat out of your mouth. And for Mary and Catherine, this appears to be the case, as in their next round they fall again, winning only one game of cricket.
So we just took our second loss in the finals. We need to pick it up, or we got one game in the losers bracket all the way through, and hopefully we can find our game, because what we're doing now is pretty disappointing. I have a great partner. She's a lot of fun, and I'm not giving her any help. So hopefully I can find it and pick it up, and we can work our way through the losers bracket.
After a hot start where they only lost one game, Mary and Catherine have now only won one game in their last 5. Now in the last chance bracket, there's only one chance at 7:01. Whoever gets to 0 first wins. The other team is done. Mary and Catherine, now facing elimination, put up a brilliant fight, but they just can't get back on track and fall out of the tournament to Kelly Papuza and Vicky Kinney.
All right, so I just got knocked out of the finale. Done for the week. It's been a very long week. I shot pretty bad today. I felt bad for my partner. She won, sweetheart, very nice lady from Canada, Catherine. Hats out to you. You shot great, baby. But I just want everybody else that's still going, good luck, and somebody make it to the finals, because I couldn't. Can't wait to come back again next year, hopefully do better. See you guys next year.
In the end, Mary doesn't get as far as she did in the previous year's tournament, where she finished second, but a 25th through 28th place finish is good enough for $1,000 and $1,430 total for her week at the T.O.C. And after the tough year she's had, Mary seems happy just to be back at the game she loves. Jim and Marla are thrilled with yet another successful T.O.C. and are happy to wrap things up and head home to their new granddaughter.
Pretty good week. Time to go get started working on next year. Catch you then.